Thank you very much, Stella. You sometimes say you don't know what you got until it's gone. And I think this is the case with the free movement in the European Union. Europeans consider freedom of movement one of their most cherished rights. And Schengen is one of our greatest achievements. What we want to do is to restore freedom of movement and the integrity of Schengen and allow Europeans to travel again. But to be able to do that, we need to learn how we may travel in a safe way in this new normality. Today in the communication, we outline 3 critical criteria. First, of course, the epidemiological situation. The primary condition for lifting travel restrictions and border controls is the spread of the virus and the capacity of the healthcare system, as just mentioned by Stella. Secondly, the containment measures, including physical distancing measures along with health security requirements for travel and hospitality. And third, economic and social considerations. The process will be structured in 3 phases, taking into account these 3 criteria. We are now what we call in phase 0. In phase 1, that we hope can start soon, Member States should lift travel restrictions and border controls in a gradual way. Ideally, this should cover the whole Union. But where this is not possible, a start should be made by allowing travel between regions, between areas, between Member States who assess their health situation is evolving in a positive way. This virus knows no borders. But that also means that when we have a situation between regions and Member States where they have a positively evolving situation and a similar epidemiological situation, people should be able to travel as long as they travel in a safe way and respect social distancing. In particular, where a Member State decides to lift its restrictions for movement to and from another Member State, or as regards regions or areas of either such Member State. What is really important, this must apply without discrimination to all EU citizens and to all residents of that Member State, regardless of their nationality. And this should apply to all parts of the Union in a similar epidemiological situation. Phase 2 will then see a general lifting of restrictions and controls at the internal borders as the situation improves. Necessary health measures such as personal hygiene and social distancing will remain in place with ongoing information sharing required. The phases proposed in this communication should be implemented in a coordinated and flexible way. The timing of the process will also be influenced by people's compliance with social distancing measures. We all have an individual responsibility how we act to protect ourselves and to protect others. United against coronavirus also means each of us doing our part. And it's important to always monitor and measure the situation because we have to do it gradually and to be able to find out whether we are taking the right steps. So that means that the timing cannot be set up in advance. We have to monitor that the way we go through. All phases should be based on the assessment of the evolving situation and constant monitoring of these 3 criteria, as I mentioned. That means that Member States and Commission need to work closely together. And we have been doing that for these 8 weeks that we have had this situation. I had 9 video conferences with ministers of interior, and we have discussed this before we present this communication as well. We are currently enduring not just the economic and social cost of border controls, but also the absence of our basic human needs to reach out to loved ones. And this is really touching how people really long to meet with their loved ones again. And I do hope that will be possible pretty soon. Our challenge now is to help move things forward on internal border controls and travel restriction. And we have had a very good cooperation between us 3 and also with the other commissioners on this, in this area. And I foresee that we will continue with good cooperation in Commission and with Member States. Thank you.
Dina?